Have you ever heard of cheeseburger soup? Well, I've never heard of cheeseburger soup, so I had to look it up. That's right. And guess what I'm making today? That's right, cheeseburger soup. I'm hoping this is going to be super delicious. It sounds good, and I sure do love cheeseburgers. So let's get on it. We're going to start with a big old saucepan. You want a good size one, big one. And we're going to take 1 pound of ground beef. That's right. We're going to throw it right on into this saucepan, and we're going to brown this up. That's right. We're going to brown it up, and then we're going to drain it. So let's get on over to the stove. Alrighty now. This ground beef is all cooked up and ready to go. So now we're going to go over and take this on over. And now I don't recommend this if you don't have a food cruncher, you know, garbage disposal, but I do. And we're going to go ahead and drain that hamburger. And now we're off to the next step. While that hamburger is draining, we're going to use the same exact pan. It's all nice and seasoned. Add in 1 tablespoon of butter. We're going to add in 1/2 cup of chopped onion, 3/4 cup of shredded carrots, 1/2 cup of celery chopped, 1/2 teaspoon of dried parsley, and 1/2 teaspoon of dried basil. And we're going to put this on the stove for about 3 minutes, and we're just going to let it saute down until the vegetables start to get soft. Okay, it's been about 4 minutes, and the vegetables are all nice and sauteed. So we are ready to add in 3 cups of chicken broth. I'm not sure why they say chicken because it is going to be beef, but okay. So I'm going to add in 3 cups. Now there's 4 cups in this, so I'm just going with 3 cups. Yeah, I think that's about right. So we're going to add in 3 cups of chicken broth. We're going to bring our meat that's all drained back into the soup. You know, the cheeseburger part. And we're going to also add to this, we're going to add 1 can of diced drained potatoes. 1 can. And we're going to mix that in. Now we're going to put this back on the stove for about 10 minutes to warm it all back up again. This is going to be good, I think. Never had this, but you know, hey, you know, there's always a first time, but I think this is going to be good. And we love cheeseburgers. Well, the soup is heating back up. We're going to make a roux. So I've melted down 3 tablespoons of butter, and we're going to add in 1/4 cup of flour, like so. And we're going to stir this around. This is going to take about a minute or 2 because you really want to get it to turn into a really nice paste. And we're going to add this as a thickening agent to the soup. Not that I really think it's going to need it, but I'm just following the recipe, guys. You know me. Once the soup is all heated back up and your roux is ready, we're going to go ahead and add this roux right on into the soup. We're going to stir it up and return it back to the heat for another 10 minutes. Make sure we get all of it, all the yumminess, you know. And we're going to go ahead and stir this on in. And this is going to act as a thickening agent, but you want to make sure you get it really mixed in well. So I think it's going to be more of a stew than a soup myself. But we're going to find out. Yes, we are. Okay, once that roux is all cooked into the soup, it's looking and smelling quite good. We're going to add in 16 ounces. That's 1 full pound of Velveeta. You want to cut it up into blocks so it can, you know, melt down a little more easily. And we're going to go ahead and start stirring this in while the soup is still really hot. We're going to also add in 1.5 cups of whole milk. And we're going to return this to the stove, and we're going to let it cook for probably about 20 minutes. We want everything to melt down and turn into one big cheeseburger. I can't wait to serve this up. I think this is going to be quite delicious. Oh my gosh, this really smells like a cheeseburger. I can't believe it. All right, I'm going to serve some up. Look at this. Oh my gosh, this looks like it's going to be like a bowl of cheeseburger, right? So I'm going to serve some up. I'm going to let it cool for a minute. And then I'm going to have Megan do a taste test. I think this is going to be good. You know, it's kind of giving me that Panera vibe. You know what I'm talking about? They're one of the only places that I know that makes their soup, some of their soups, with shredded carrots. You rarely see shredded carrots in a soup, especially if you go anywhere. So it's kind of giving me that vibe. You know, did you ever get like their broccoli and cheese soup or anything from Panera? It's got, you know, like the shredded carrots in it. So it's kind of giving me that vibe. But I think this is going to be good. I mean, look at it. Doesn't that look amazing? I'm just saying, if I do say so myself. Wow. Never heard of this one before, but dinner is served. Tasty taste time. Welcome to Panera. Better than Panera.
Is this a Panera thing?
No, it's not. It's called cheeseburger soup. Never heard of it. Never made it before, as you know.
I like anything to do with cheeseburgers.
We do. We like our cheeseburgers. That's true. True story.
This spoon's a little dirty. You're going to get a new one.
Uh-oh. Maybe I was sticking that one too close to her bowl. But I'm not going to try it without her, because, I haven't tried it yet, so...
Moments away.
It does taste like a cheeseburger. I almost feel like I should be serving this with, like, hamburger rolls on the side.
Well, it's funny because you talk so much smack about Hamburger Helper, but...
Is it giving that vibe?
If you added, like, noodles...
Well, it has potatoes.
It's good. I like beef.
This is good. And, we have a pending storm coming in, snowstorm. First one in a couple of years. And I got a big old pot of this, so this could be good.
It's really good.
This is not going to go to waste. I recommend making this highly.
McDonald's, you're out in 2024. It's all about burger soup.
Cheeseburger soup, that is. Hold the pickles, hold the lettuce.
Yeah.